I mean, VAD Technologies is a clear leader in bringing disruptive technologies to the Middle East. Our main focus is on high-performance data center solutions, ITSM solutions, physical security, and all of these three pillars are overarched by AI, cloud solutions, and augmented reality as well. So that is blending into each and every of these three pillars actually. So what we're actually showcasing out here in GITEX is less of showing products, it's more of meeting our technology vendors, our channel partners, and that's why we have even made sure that the entire 1,300 square feet of exhibition stand we have here is dedicated for meetings. So unlike many others, we decided to move out all products and made the space for our channel partners, technology vendors and friends to come and meet with us. I think first of all you need to come with a very clear-cut vision in order to really promote these new technologies into the market. Plus, I think you need to have the necessary stamina and the necessary belief that you are teaming up with the right solution, with the right technologies. I think if you are not convinced, you cannot convince anyone. And I think one of the key differentiators is obviously that we know how to bring these products to the market. We have the channel ecosystem which is open for these new technologies, very innovative technologies, working with us, trusting in us that whatever we actually offer to them is a solution which will make them win and help their customer environments. And I think that's the key thing. I mean, at the end, it's a distribution business. It's all about like buying big and selling small. But I think for us, as we're getting engaged very early into the opportunities, we know what is the ecosystem even our channel partners are actually addressing, and that helps us obviously to help our technology vendors to position their product in the right way. So after all, we will definitely shorten the go-to-market substantially for all the partner or technology partners which are working with us, because we know the environment, we know where partners can actually be successful and do the right channel account mapping for them. Plus, obviously, we have the technical expertise and we have the know-how in order to actually bundle the products in the right way so that it's meaningful. And right from the beginning of choosing the technology vendors which we're taking on board, we have a very clear-cut strategy on how to deploy the business, and actually how to grow the business. And that's why we have seen even vendors which we are associated with for the last 8-9 years, we actually see them now in going to hyper-growth mode, where we're seeing the business really accelerating in a very fast pace. I think one of the big challenge all customers are facing is that IT infrastructure on all layers is becoming more and more complex. And I think what we're trying to do, and I think this is the main disruptor which we actually introducing to the market, is like to simplify all of this, all right? And if it's in your storage environment, in your backup environment, in your compute environment, but even managing the overall IT infrastructure, for example, people want to have simplification. They want to actually be able to operate even a very complex multi-petabyte storage solution from their mobile phone. And vendors are available today who are actually offering this one, right? So, and I think some of the partners we're working with, they finding it more and more difficult to convince their customers to go for very expensive capex investments. So that's why there's a massive push for us to basically offer everything as a service, and that includes compute, that includes storage, that includes obviously software to a big scale, but even physical security, for example. I mean, we have even being involved in projects where we're selling camera as a service along with all the storage underlying infrastructure, for example. So we're trying to really build a lot on let's say annual recurring revenues, and this is what we actually measured on, and I think we found the right way to get actually customers convinced together with our partners in order to go for these new go-to-markets. I think after COVID, this event has become even more important. And I can tell you, I was like traveling extensively over the last 2-3 months, and it makes such a difference if you meet somebody really in person. And even not just the meeting itself, it's I think the time you spend with people around the meetings. It's like before you get into the meeting, when you get out of the meeting, when you take somebody for dinner, if you meet somebody at the airport. I think these, let's say, these encounters, these accidental encounters and meetings, these mean a lot. And this is all about here in GITEX. I mean, you will bump into somebody which you wanted to get hold of, but he was too busy, right? Because he was in his Zoom meetings maybe, and his team meetings, and I think that's something I even experienced, that we become so super efficient in conducting meetings. But there is this, the silver lining is missing. And this is what GITEX is all about. For us, obviously, it's all about getting our partners here to Dubai, show them who we are and what's behind us and what's our strengths in the market. Obviously, introducing them to the entire team, not just maybe individuals. I'm very happy even that our new operations from the new team members from Saudi Arabia as well as from Qatar and from the Gulf region are actually coming, obviously. So we will have even our own team gathering during GITEX. So everything is centered around this one. So that's why we're very excited. Very long days, but very enjoyable. I mean, I was saying to Anita and Kaushal and the team as well as I mean, we can't hardly sleep these days because we're so excited to get up the next morning and then being out again. It's a fish market at times, but that's what we're enjoying. And you need to understand we are the matchmaker in the business as distributors, right? So making connections, introducing people, even when you stand in front of your own stand and somebody's passing by and sees you and say, oh, hi, and we are connected here, we connected there, and then you introduce them to the right people. This is what excites us and this is what we're here for.